All right, peace to the true ones. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know that I can be intense sometimes, but that is because I have to hold everybody accountable for themselves. Like we are in serious times, and there's a lot of people playing. Okay, um, everything has to, all the truths has to be revealed from the time we started cleaning this place up in 2014. Um, until the very point you are at right now. All the truth has to come out, and I purposely was I can't say allowed. I purposely did not tell you guys everything that we were doing when I first met you all, because we have to keep our plans secret until it's time for it to be revealed. That's why we are in a great revealing right now. There's so much stuff that y'all don't know happened that has been happening for a while, and they just been covering it up with bullshit. Now, they used to control the weather, like all that stuff that I used to teach about them doing the stuff that they used to do that. Then we just started destroying all the things they were doing to the earth. Like everything that they were doing to the earth, we just started destroying it, and we had to do it as a team. And certain people had to wake up and go and do their work. Okay, they had to wake up and go and do their work so that there was like a domino effect, and all of you started waking up and doing your work. It's like we had to unchain each other. You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of opposition out there trying to stop the unchaining. And they can't. Like, chains have been broken. Like, you guys are free. You're no longer slaves of anything. You have a choice to either stay in the old, paradigm, or you can move forward and start working on yourself to become your greatest self, because all things are possible with you, yo. You have that energy, you have that blue flame spark in you. You can do whatever you want. It's just time for you to wake up, and it's important because we have to stop blaming these people for everything, because they're not in control no more. It's like we've been programmed so much from all the pain that they did to us for all the centuries they were doing it. It's programmed in us, and it's now us healing from that programming and learning who we are and coming out of it. But this video right here is about the 7 spirits of God. All right, I've been teaching about this for a long time, and I'm going to unlock the video. Well, I can't unlock it and you guys all see it on the original channel, because that if you've been getting the notifications from my old channel, if you notice, you can't even look in the comment section. You can't like it. You can't see the name. Like, once you click on the video, you can't see who made the video or nothing. It's an invisible channel now. The channel is completely invisible, and only the people who can get the notifications on that old channel can see it. And that's because like something clicked. Like, try and upload a video and see if they can see it. You know what I mean? I unlocked some videos, because when you delete your channel, they lock everything up. Like, everything's get locked. You got to come in and individually unlock everything, and just because you unlock it don't mean it's going to be visible to the public. It's like your channel is permanently invisible to the world. You know what I mean? I guess I found a trick. If you upload some videos on it, your old subscribers will get the notification. Some of them will. But when they click on a notification, they can't see who made the video. All they can do is see the video. They can't like it. They can't see none of the data about it. All they can do is watch the video and then move forward. But let's learn about the 7 spirits of God. All right. I said in Revelations 4:3, it describes God as being red, just as the dragon beast. Okay. There's one of God's 7 spirits, just like the dragon/beast has 7 crowns. All right. If you pay attention, there's 7 spirits, 7 angels, 7 vials, 7 trumpets, 7 thunders. They're all the same people. It's just different spirits of God. All right. And each of these 7 spirits have their own attributes. Like we were watching that video. I didn't even keep it up there. Let me see if I type it in here. Let's see if they bring that. Let me see if they'll bring up all the pictures. See this? Each of the 7 spirits of God have their own formations, like beast-like creatures. All right, and we're going to read about that. We're going to read about all the beast-like creatures. Okay, that's why that and indigenous folklore or indigenous beliefs. Well, I would say knowing, because it, like everything, because you know there's a difference between belief and a knowing. Knowing is it being completely true, and you like, even if you can't 100% prove it in somebody else's eyes, it's like a tradition to others, and some people don't think it's true. But if you research it, it lines up with a lot of things people know in other so-called like spiritual movements. Okay, a lot of stuff is starting to match up, and all the pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together, because it has to. All the truth, everything that is true, has to come together now. Okay, now this says, let me see, because it was supposed to start at, we'll read this one first. We'll start here. So, like, each of the 7 spirits of God has its own set of spirits within that spirit. You know what I mean? They can shape shift into different things. They all have different attributes. You know what I mean? So I was just saying right here, I said there's also a Bible verse. Oh, let's just start from the beginning. I said Revelations 4:3 describes God as being red, just like the dragon beast. They're one of God's 7 spirits, just like dragon and the beast. Those 2 spirits, they have 7 crowns. Okay, just like I was saying, the 7 thunders, the 7 vials, the 7 angels, they're all the 7 spirits of God. All right, and one day, you're like, when Judgment Day finally comes here, God's going to have 10 spirits, and they call them the 10 kings that come together as one. See, all God's spirits run through one individual, but it's like you can bring each out to do separate things, and they can all work at the same time. That's how powerful God is. And you have this ability in you. You have different soul versions. The 7 spirits are your soul versions. Okay? Like different, like the 7 mightiest spirits that you have, that you lived in different past lives, and in different, like when you was like ruling different parts of the galaxy and omniverse, because we all have a section of the omniverse that we rule. Like, we've been appointed to rule, and we have different parts of us still doing that. There's so much of us that we don't know about. You just have to tap into these spirits that's within you. You know what I mean? So, like, on Judgment Day, 10 spirits are going to come together. And it talks about the 10 kings that come together as one for Judgment Day. So they can, they come together and they beat down all the oppressors and all the demonic people on earth. It turns into 10 kings into this one person. So me and my wife, 10 of our most powerful soul versions are going to come together on Judgment Day. Right now it's just 7 of them going around working, but 3 more, we're going to wake up 3 more inside of us and bring them out to make us even more powerful and more mighty. And we're going to kill everything wicked with our blue flame. Okay, take them out of existence. Now, it said that, I said that's why they all have so much in common. There's also Bible verses that say the beast is like a lamb, because you know how to call Jesus the lamb. It's really, they're talking about the beast. Like I told you before, they took attributes of us and flipped it and gave our enemies these attributes. That's how they give them power, and then they give them even more power by having people give their energy and worship them. And that, like a lot of people are drained spiritually because they're worshiping false gods, false deities. It's all about you and bringing your God self out. You don't have to worship God. God wants you to love God. Nothing mighty like the true living God doesn't want you to worship God. That's first of all. I want people to know, do not worship me. Please don't worship me. This is not a cult. This is just the truth. Don't worship me. I am just like you. This is the point of me coming down here and telling you all this. I repeat, I do not want anybody to worship me. I want you to figure you out, and so you can bring your God out of you. Okay? I love you. Like think about it. Did your parents ever want you to worship him? I know some people might have grew up with some weird ass parents, but think about it. You, like your parent, they want you to love them, and they love you back. Like, all of this that happened with the fall was nothing but jealousy, because people weren't, I don't know. They weren't at a point of evolution yet to see why it's important to have divine order and having a mother and father. We're a family. Like, people wanted to be the head of that family without having the knowledge to lead a family. You know, it took me and my wife billions of years to cultivate the knowledge to actually start creating children and being able to lead them to be just as great as us. And our children, you know how kids get at some point when they're teenagers, they start to smell themselves and they think that they can beat you. That's basically where the point of evolution was, where the fall started. It's like our children were in teenage mode and they was ready to fight their parents over some shit that they didn't want to do because they felt like they can do it better. And this was a whole learning experience that you have to listen to your parents, because it's a reason why they're your parents. They know what they're talking about and they're guiding you a specific way, not because they want to boss you around, but because they want you to be great. They want you to one day be able to be born fully and rule your own omniverse, like me and my wife have our own. We're still seeds inside of the mother's womb. We haven't been born yet. And the great mother and father, they're inside here prepping the seeds to be born. You know what I mean? Teaching them so that you can be born outside of the omniverse and create your own one. That's eventually where evolution will lead up to. You having your own omniverse and being the great mother and great father of your own omniverse. All right? It's evolution. You have to be born. You're still a seed inside of the great mother's womb. And the great mother and father is inside her womb together, helping you leading you so that you can be born. Now, okay, like I said, you know, the 7 crowns on the dragon beast's head is the 7 spirits. So that's also, you know, a reference to the turtle, like we watched yesterday on the indigenous video. It's about the reptile. You know what I mean? This is because the reptile is one of the first forms, one of the first spirits you ever had was the reptile form. That's why the turtle island thing is important, because it's the first. Your first form, your first spirit is reptile. It's a dragon. Everybody has a dragon inside of them. That is your first form. That's why the reptile is so important. It's where your journey first started. Okay? Everybody's baby dragons. Okay? Now look, the 7 crowns that's on the beast dragon head is symbolic for all those 7 spirits. It comes from its purest form, the dragon, their first form that they were ever created in. Okay, everybody was a dragon first, and then evolution started, and we just evolved and shapeshifted into different things that we wanted to. Like, evolution was fun until people got jealous of God. We was having so much fun. We was doing so much, being everything, and then jealousy happened. But this is basically me, like, if you read the Bible verse, it tells you all the colors God's throne is. And it's basically, because you know the temple, the house that God dwells in is God's body. Okay, and which is also your throne. You're sitting on your throne. You're inside. Like, the seat of God is in your sacral chakra. A lot of people try to say it's your solar plexus is where your soul lives. No, the seat of God is your sacral chakra. You sit there. It's right above the root chakra. You sit there and you rule, and you go up and down your chakra system. Okay, which is 7 chakras, right? Isn't that interesting? Well, we have way more. We have hundreds of chakras, but the basic 7, and it's representing the 7 spirits of God as well. The basic 7 chakras. The color of the rainbow is 7 colors. That's why I'm the keeper of the sacred flames, because there's 7 sacred flames. But I am the blue flame scientist, but I'm the keeper of the sacred flames. Okay, read about the sacred flames. You can research this stuff. All right. And it's just the 7 colors of the rainbow, it's different colors of the flames that you can use for different things. Okay, and I'm the keeper of that. I have all the fire. You know what I mean? But notice it's 7 flames, 7 chakras, because it's all operating off the spirits that dwell within you. It's 7 different ones right now, but there's more. But your 7 main ones. Okay, the 7 main ones are your foundation. Okay. Yeah, I was just, it's talking about my wound. The wound that the government gave me by putting the nanotechnology in my navel when I was in, and it was through an angel. Okay, because the government, they be all up in the spirit world. They're the psychic police in the spirit world. And one of my angels that was protecting me while I was still cultivating my powers, I went to sleep one night, and he had put nanotechnology that the government gave the spirit to put inside me. And that's how my kingdom was plunged into darkness. The beast kingdom was plunged into darkness because of that, what my angel did to me. And that's when we created the Puzz Bus and started to, all the people who betrayed us in 2014, we started putting them on the Puzz Bus. That's when a lot of people started, like politicians and shit, in 2014, they started dying. You know what I mean? And then that's when they started really cloning them. And that's why they had to start making technology to transfer consciousness. That's all because they knew they would never live to see everything play out like they want to. So they had to create artificial intelligence to take over for them because they knew they were going to die. They knew all this shit was going to happen. Like, they have seers like we have seers. They have demonic seers just like us. And they told everything that was happening was going to come. So they started, like, preparing for the fall of them. And at the same time, they let out a whole bunch of confusion. Like E.T. said on my, go look at my Young Pharaoh video. He came and he pointed out that the Young Pharaoh video was actually old. It wasn't recent. And that Marina Abramovich, she was already losing money back. I think he said 2016 is when that video came out on BBC. I was looking all over for it. I'm like, that's why I was looking for it. I was like, where the fuck did Young Pharaoh get this? Because I had no idea that that was going on with her. You know what I mean? And that's because that shit had already happened. Young Phil uploaded some old ass shit, okay? But it's still true, nonetheless. Either way, we're the ones who we've been taking money from them for a while. But when I started burning the money on my altar, that was to shut down all the governments and take all the money. Like, all these people, none of these people are going to have any money. We have to start over fresh. Like, crypto, none of that shit is going to work. And we're going to start over fresh. Not on this planet, because this planet has to heal, and everything that we have to destroy and burn off of her and cave in and make new land. It has to be, it has to regrow. And it's going to take thousands of years. Like, this planet is about to sit in water. Like, we renamed the planet to Planet Ocean because she has to sit in water. And she's going to look like an ocean/river. It's like going to be fresh water. And she's going to start healing and think different, like, life is going to start growing on her. She's getting a brand new body, okay? So nobody can stay here because it's going to take thousands of years for all that to grow back, okay? But yeah, like, go read Revelations 4:3, and it starts describing all this stuff around God's throne. And it's all God's spirits. Each of the 7 spirits have more spirits. So it's like it's infinite, like it don't stop. Like, you just get better and better. But all of you have this ability. It's just your soul versions. It's your soul. You have different soul versions. Let me read some of the stuff because I want to play the video, some of the video anyway, that I originally made about the 7 spirits. Okay, I said yesterday I painted the world on fire. My mom asked, why did I do it, right? I told her because I had to. My mom is an angel too. Remember, we were talking about, like, all of us who are special, our moms are even just as special or more special. Like, our moms are mighty angels. Like, for us special individuals to come into this world, we have to come out of an even more special portal. Okay? Our moms have to be just as powerful as us. But my mom transitioned this year that I'm 2020 when I made this. And the year before, my grandma had transitioned. Okay, I'm about to read a whole bunch of shit that happened to me. But that's because they had to go and sit on their thrones and help finish this work. And just like Marley was saying in the comments on one of the videos, Marley was like, a bunch of people died. And I was like, yeah, they sacrificed themselves. Like, they were really, a lot of people that were dying, especially in the portal. Like, somebody that I love so much, who trusted me and knew that I was telling the truth, she ended up passing out. Not passing out. Well, she passed out in a way. She ascended. She was driving a car and she passed out. That's because she ascended. And she was in a real bad car accident and she busted through the window and she had passed away. That's because she transitioned on Christmas Eve 2021 that just passed. And at that point, that's when we were trying to we did cancel Christmas. Everybody got corona. Well, a lot of people got corona around Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve was canceled around the world. It's a whole island. They literally admitted that they cancel Christmas. Okay, I got all this shit on my Facebook page. Go look at my videos. My videos explain a lot. Go to my videos, and I'm just uploading shit that other people are saying that's correlating what I have been saying for years. I just had to be cloaked so I can do my work. You guys can see me. I literally had to be invisible in different ways. That's why my channel, my original channel, is still invisible, and my wife is literally invisible. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading this, but my friend, she had to ascend to open up a portal on Christmas. So a whole bunch of people around Christmas started dying. You know, we canceled Christmas because a lot of motherfuckers was like, they don't know the meaning of it. Like they're giving their energies to things that they don't even know what they're doing. So we had to cancel that in a way, and that's when people started getting coronavirus at a high level, the Omicron, and that's a frequency and vibration by itself. Okay. That's a frequency and vibration by itself, Omicron. That's what corona is. It's a frequency and vibration. All the different variants is just different frequencies and vibrations of it. It's a spiritual war, spiritual warfare. So that frequency and vibration that people were on is what was making them sick. So a lot of low vibrational people was getting sick. That's why it's important to rise. The frequency and vibration you're on is what's causing the coronavirus to happen. Okay, it's a frequency and vibration. Just remember that. And now it's going to be another frequency and vibration because we're moving forward, we're leveling up. So the people that cannot rise, they're going to get sick in different ways. Okay, they're going to get sick in different ways because that's the frequency and vibration they on, and they're not rising. They're staying stagnant, and it's making them sick. Okay, so I painted the world on fire, right? Now, we went outside that morning, because I wake up early every morning, to look at the sunset, and the whole sky looked like fire. All right, and I told them Babylon must burn. Don't be sad. Don't be scared. This is prophecy. If you notice, I painted the sky purple. I got another painting. I painted the sky purple. And it's crazy because the picture I showed you from spaceweather.com, the sky's purple, and you can see us in the sky. This is TV screen. Like, we control the TV screen. You know what I mean? Along with the sun, like the sun, everybody helps. We control it. That's why we have to turn down the power, tear it down so you can tear down the power grid so you can see us all. But I painted the sky purple right there, and then I got a video of the sky turning purple the next day, on my Facebook page. Okay, like, let me see. I was sharing all kinds of shit. Okay, I'm telling them I am the great revealer. All right. Everything I paint comes to life. The great revealing is happening. The mystery and revelations is being revealed. They call me the beast and the dragon and the false prophet. Like, a lot of people are going to come out and call me a false prophet. I don't give a fuck. That's a part of prophecy. People are going to get mad that I'm telling the truth because everything that I'm saying is contradicting what they're saying. So I'm their opposition. So they're going to call me the false prophet. I am completely fine with anybody coming and challenging anything that I got to say. I'm going to keep dropping receipts. Okay? Like, back to back. Like, it's going to be nonstop because I got a lot of shit saved up that I've been doing. I can prove myself. Like, that's why I'm here. Like, I had to go away and prove myself to me first and actually do all this shit. Then I could bring it to you and prove it to the world. All right? So, people they're gonna call me the false prophet. I'm the angel with the legs that are pillars of fire, which is Pele, the goddess of volcanoes in Hawaii. That's why I had to go live in Hawaii. I had to go connect with my Hawaiian family, okay, my Polynesian family. I had to go and live in Hawaii and live off the land. I was living in the woods. I don't know if you remember making the videos about me being in the woods and jumping off the waterfall and into the water to get rid of fear, and all those videos I made about everything I was doing while I was in Hawaii and me living in the woods and growing my garden and just being one with nature. That's where it starts. Nature. You have to go back to nature. Nature is where it starts to you connecting to your seven spirits, okay? Nature, 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 nature. Nature is key to connecting to the seven spirits of God that are within you, all right? And they're always going to tell you the truth, all right? Okay, the angels with legs that are pillars of fire, responsible for the earthquakes, and the woman in Revelations, which is God, that sounded the seventh trumpet when Nipsey ascended, and the second beast, which is the second beast. There's a lot of beasts, but I have like it's seven spirits of God. You know, and we have a lot of beasts within us. Okay, and it's a lot of beasts out here. There's detestable beasts, and then there's the righteous beasts that come to get rid of the detestable beasts. Like, it takes a beast to take out the beast. You have to bring the beast out of you. You can't be afraid to be setting your authority. You can't be afraid to use your voice and be boisterous. You have to be strong and mighty. It has to come out of you. You have to make things tremble. You have to activate your throat chakra. You know what I mean? So that you speak the truth. Activating the throat chakra is what activate the truth being said out of your mouth, and then that's how you slay your enemies with your tongue, by having an activated throat chakra. You can say shit to them and they'll crumble. They'll crumble and they'll shiver. Your words will move them. You have the power of life and death literally in your tongue when your throat chakra is activated, and you just become mighty, and people just tremble at your words when you speak, yo. It's nothing to play with. All you had is power inside of you. All right. I also said, I am the angel that poured the wrath of God on the sun and was given the power to scorch men with fire. I've been in constant ritual of the Most High since 2014 when the Great Tribulation started. Next year is the 7th year. The woman who is sitting on the beast is the Great Mother, who is Wubnesh Hilton. Some of you know that she died last year on Mother's Day, but she did not. She's been with me since 2014. That was not her body. And I've told many people that, and no one believed me. I told them this when she made herself invisible in 2014, and like people that I consider family, and they was like, well, because they still would see her body walking around, they were like, I don't know, you know what I mean? But they don't know what you know. They don't know. And like I would tell them, like I could feel my wife, like I would move a certain way, and I was like, she right here, and I would tell them what she's telling me to them. Nobody believed me, man. Nobody believed me. And then she died on Mother's Day in 2019. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you a video I made in 2019, which is where which is the video with my war elephant on it that I keep showing you with all the money on it. I'm gonna show you that video because the video has me explaining the 7 spirits of God in it. So I'm making this video first because this video is gonna be too long, and I don't want everything to be long as heck. So I'm gonna make a part 2 to this, and I'm gonna show you the video that I made on my first YouTube channel about the 7 spirits of God, and where, you know, in my war elephant. And when I made that altar in 2019 in February, and I'd say the date that I made it in. I say the date I made it in the video. And you can tell that it was in 2019 for those who think I'm trying to finesse. It's because I did all this right after Nipsey died, which was March 30th. March 30th. Well, he didn't die. He ascended. We picked him up on the mothership so he can finish his work. He didn't die. But they killed his clone on March 30th, and then they put the footage out on the 31st. He ascended on the 28th of March. Okay? It's deep. It's deep. They made the whole scene, like they made the video, and then they put the video out on the 31st of March. And that's when they made the crime scene. But the video that they made was made on the 30th when they killed his clone. It's deep. It's fucked up what they did, yo. But like Nipsey knew it was gonna happen. If you go listen to his music, he always talked about he knew what he had to do. He knew he was gonna be sacrificed. He knew he had to sacrifice himself. Like I said, the true ones, we sacrifice ourselves. That's what the hangman position is about. Remember I told you guys about the hangman position? And upside down is when you sacrifice somebody else, but right side up is when you sacrifice yourself. And that's what happened to me. I was hanging on the hangman position after Nipsey died, and these people had to come and get me and take me to the mental hospital that was on 444 North Main Street. And I went in there and I opened the portal to the bottomless pit. That's where it started. And that's why in Revelations 12, the woman and the dragon, like that's when the dragon come out and it follows the woman. People think that it's the devil trying to kill the woman who gave birth to Christ, and he got caught up. It's talking about Nipsey getting caught up, and then me being mad because it says it's like I'm having birth pains because I'm screaming in the streets because I was in the streets yelling for everybody to rise. I explained all this in this video I put on my Facebook. I mean on my YouTube when I was telling y'all I was about to leave. I put all this information out right after Nipsey had after he ascended. Okay, not transition. Well, he did transition in a different type of way. He just didn't lose his life. Okay? But I explained all this and what happened to me yelling in the street, and then how the sun, how the sky got dark. And it was just like, it was like the sun was poking out a little hole, and I was running around my neighborhood blowing fire, screaming at everybody. You know what I mean? Because everybody, I was screaming for everybody to rise, and that's when I called all the dragons out. That's when all the dragons came out. That's why there's dragons everywhere now. I explained all this in that video back in 2019. All of it. And now it's all happening. And some of y'all remember that. That's why y'all, some of y'all can come and testify because y'all remember seeing that video. Some people might even have that video saved, because a lot of people saving my videos on their hard drives and like on their clipboard. So a lot of people save some of my stuff. So I know it's people that know, that remember. And I still got the videos on my other channel. It's just the channel is invisible. It's all a ritual. And remember, I even said I was doing a ritual on YouTube to because of the algorithms and shit that they was doing. Like, we fucked up the internet, y'all. It's fucked up. The government didn't do this. We did it, okay? But anyway, let me finish this because I have to go and make the part 2 to this. So and that's gonna have that video in it, and I might play different parts of each video. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I'm all doing it by screen and share. I'm not putting too much effort into showing y'all this. Well, the effort is there, it's just not visually. Like, I don't know, you know how people bring on a theatrics in a video. I'm just getting straight to the point. It's not like glitz and glamour, it's just straight to it. Where I'm at, everything I said is true. Oh, when they was talking about the invisible enemy, they're talking about my wife. When Trump started talking about the invisible enemy, they was talking about us. I've told many people that, no one believed me. Then they put a clone in her place and killed the clone for Mother's Day ritual because they want to kill the great mother. Remember, I was telling you all the rituals. Remember P. Diddy did the ritual on Kim Porter burying the great mother? You know what I mean? It was all symbolic for burying the great mother when I did the video on P. Diddy and his son sacrificing sacrificing Kim Porter. They was doing rituals on me and my wife. Like, that's why I was so good at exposing this shit, because they were doing all this shit to all the rituals they was doing to me and my wife. All the celebrities, the heartbreaking rituals, like they was trying to break all y'all hearts, because that's how they get to the great mother. That's what they did to Isis. They broke her heart by killing Osiris, like Osset and Osar. Her heart was broken. The great mother's heart got broken. So that's why they kept doing heartbreaking rituals. And that's what I used to teach about, all the rituals they used to do on everybody, all right? And I was like, my wife is invisible. Like, I've contacted my wife's mother. I talked to her. Everything I'm telling y'all, I told my wife's mom. She is very in tune to her mother. I'll just leave it there, all right? Of course, she has to be the great mother, to be the portal that the great mother came through. She has to be powerful. All her children are. They are. Okay, I said she is the real invisible enemy Trump keeps talking about. Everything I say is true. I'm about to be invisible again, too. So, just so you guys know, I'm going invisible soon. I'm just here to tell y'all these things. And then, like, people, remember this. I hope everybody gets all the way through this video. Remember this. When they tell you that I'm dead, just know that I'm already immortal. I showed that in the video about me being a hangman and going into the hospital when I was going and came back in 2019 after Nipsey died. And I came and started telling you all this information. Then I deleted that part of my channel. You know what I mean? I'm going to be invisible again too. These are the two prophets that they talk about. Me and my wife are the two prophets they talk about in Revelations that can blow fire out their mouth to kill their enemies. Like, I can literally blow fire out my mouth to kill my enemies, right? That's why it says if anybody tried to hurt them, that's how they'll die, by fire coming out of our mouths, right? We are those two prophets, but those two prophets are the great mother and father. That's why these two prophets stand before the God of the Bible, because they come before the God of the Bible. They're the great mother and father. And the God of the Bible is the devil. They come before that. And it's like get behind me, Satan. It's like, that's why we are before the God of the Bible, because the Satan, like, you know the saying, get behind me, Satan. That's where Satan is. Like the real devil. Not the one, not us. They make us like we're the devil. We're not. We're just mighty, and we're mystical, and we're magical. You know what I mean? You guys just lost your magic. You have to get it back so you can remember all the magical, mystical things that we were. And they made all that shit evil because they're scared of that. That's exactly, they want you to be scared of your 7 spirits because they're afraid of your 7 spirits. They don't want you to tap into your 7 spirits, because that's how you destroy them. They want you to live in an illusion and think that all that shit is fake, when it's the truth. All right. Okay, so I had told my Facebook friends that it was going to be an earthquake in India, right? And then it happened. And all these earthquakes started happening. And I told y'all about the earthquakes and all that. But yeah, like if you want to go and read this. Oh yeah, Bob Marley is the eighth beast. Like, because there's an eighth spirit. I made a video about me being Bob Marley too on my old channel. I don't know if y'all remember that. But Bob Marley is the eighth beast that comes with the seven that they talk about in the Bible. And he's going to actually blow a trumpet on Judgment Day. And he's going to sing a song called Wounded Lion in the Jungle, because it's talking about me. If you go look at Bob Marley's song, Wounded Lion in the Jungle, he's talking about me, which is him. Bob Marley was Father God on planet Earth at the time, okay? And he was telling everybody about what was coming. That's why Bob Marley's music is so powerful. You got to go listen to all Bob's music, because people don't know Bob was a gangster. That's why they kept trying to kill Bob. And, you know, they did that with him. But him passing away the way he did, he had to so that I would come. So even they might think they did something, they didn't do nothing, because we already knew this was going to happen. We just had to stay true to ourselves and let the script play out. It's not really a script, it's our real lives. It's a script to them, but it's our real life. Okay? I'm going to make another video, right? And that's me wearing the red, because that's what I am. And remember, in the Bible, maybe I wrote it down here somewhere. I don't know. But in the Bible, it says king is written on, you know, my body somewhere. And it's on my clothes. It's on what I wear and what I say. It's written on my heart. I'm the king of everything. It's written inside of me. You know, and I just bring it out. But I'm about to make a part 2, because this is getting long. And I need it to be simple, sweet, straight to the point. All right? And if you please read Revelations. It's the truest book in the Bible. You just have to decode it, because they switch shit up. You have to go in there and decode it, because they're telling the truth, but in a twisted ass way, and they turn everything around. Because that's the most important book in the Bible. I remember maybe we might, if I can go live, if I can get enough subscribers to go live on my phone one day, I'm going to go live. And we're going to have Bible study on Revelations, so you understand it. All right. But this, if you read Revelations 4, starting at 4:3 and go through. Well, at the beginning of 4 for real, and go through and read, it's telling you about the living creatures around God's throne. And these living creatures are a part of the 7 spirits. Remember, I said the 7 spirits got spirits that are on them. And they're covered with eyes. Remember a long time ago, I told you, ladies, clean your womb, do womb work, because their eyes, your wombs have eyes, and these eyes see everything, and they do stuff. It's these living creatures. You know how they say the real angels in the sky, they really look scary because they're covered in eyes. But these eyes can shapeshift into whatever. It's true. Though the angels they're covered in eyes. And it's inside of you. It's inside of you. Your sperm, eyes. Your eggs, they're eyes. Your pores are eyes. The pores on your skin, they're eyes. The chakras are eyes. The seven chakras, 7 spirits. Listen, it gets deep. I'm going to make a part 2 to this. We'll get back to this lesson. All right. Peace to the true ones.